What if I told you that the most terrifying lie isn't one told by someone else? It's the one your own mind creates to protect you. A lie so brilliant, so meticulously crafted, that you believe it without a single doubt. Right now, there might be memories in your mind that never actually happened, and the truth, the real, raw truth, could be buried so deep it would shatter your world if it ever surfaced. That's exactly what happened to one man. His name was Marshall Edward Daniels. He thought he was investigating a mysterious disappearance on a remote island for the criminally insane. But in reality, he was investigating himself, his own crime, his own grief, his own descent into madness. Today, we're going to step into the very abyss he was afraid to face. We won't just break down the plot of Shutter Island. We're launching a full psychological investigation to uncover the exact moment where reality cracked and the most brilliant self-deception in cinema history was born. Let's begin.
The cracks begin to show. From the very start, we meet a man of iron will. His name is Teddy Daniels, a U.S. Marshal, a war veteran, a man of principle. He arrives at the grim, fog-covered Shutter Island to investigate the disappearance of a patient who vanished from a locked cell, like a ghost. His motivation seems crystal clear. Find the missing woman, expose the conspiracy, uncover the inhumane experiments he believes are being conducted on the patients. He's the light in this kingdom of madness. A knight going to war with the system. But cracks in that perfect image appear almost immediately. These aren't slip-ups. They're system failures. He suffers from severe migraines. He's haunted by violent flashbacks, fragments from the horrors of war, from the liberation of the Dachau concentration camp. He sees waking nightmares, drowned women, visions of his dead wife, Dolores. These visions aren't just the backdrop of a traumatized veteran. They're the voice of his buried reality. They are the truth knocking on the door of his consciousness. A door he locked himself long ago. Every headache, every ghost is a scream from his true self, trying to break through the carefully constructed identity known as Teddy Daniels. Psychological diagnosis, anatomy of collapse. So the main question is, what's actually happening inside the mind of Marshall Daniels? Clinically, it's a textbook case of a severe mental condition, dissociative identity disorder. Let's break down the mechanism. When the human mind encounters trauma so unbearable, it can't be processed in a normal state. It doesn't just suppress it, it splits. The consciousness fractures into isolated compartments, creating new identities. Each of these identities carries a portion of the pain, allowing the person to go on living. In Andrew Lettis' case, we see two fully formed, opposing identities. The first, Edward Teddy Daniels, the embodiment of justice, courage, and a relentless pursuit of truth. A savior persona whose sole purpose is to solve a crime and track down the mysterious arsonist, Andrew Lettis. And that's the heart of the tragedy. The second persona is Andrew Lettis himself, the vessel of unbearable guilt, sorrow, and rage. 3 years earlier, he came home to find that his wife, suffering from severe depression, had drowned their 3 children in the lake behind their house. In blind despair, he shot her, then set the house on fire. So, one identity, Teddy, is investigating the crime committed by the other, Andrew. This isn't just denial. It's a grand, masterfully engineered operation of self-deception. By creating Teddy Daniels, the mind of Andrew Ladis doesn't just run away. It turns itself into the detective of its own case, transforming self-punishment into a detective quest. The ultimate form of denial, where the executioner and the victim, the criminal and the investigator, live inside one man, divided by a wall of dissociation. Defense mechanisms, the architecture of a lie. To construct and maintain such a grand illusion, Teddy Daniels' psyche deploys a full arsenal of unconscious defense mechanisms. This isn't just escape, it's a complex architecture of deception built to conceal one terrifying truth. The foundation of this structure is repression, not simple forgetfulness. Andrew Ladis's mind has completely exiled the entire traumatic story of his wife's murder and the death of their children. These events were so incompatible with his sense of self that they were buried deep in the unconscious, as if they never existed. But repressed material always tries to resurface. That's where the second key mechanism comes in: projection. The unbearable guilt, rage, and violence that truly belong to Andrew are projected outward. Dr. Cawley, the hospital staff, the entire system of Shutter Island, they become manifestations of his inner evil. In his version of reality, they're the ones conducting inhumane experiments. They are the monsters. In this way, his internal war becomes external, something far easier to handle psychologically. The third mechanism holding it all together is rationalization. The mind gives Teddy a coherent, though delusional, explanation for everything he sees and feels. His hallucinations, migraines, and flashbacks all feed into a grand conspiracy theory about mind control. He's not losing his sanity. He's solving a complex mystery. This false logic allows him to stay in the role of the heroic investigator, rather than accept his identity as a broken patient. Together, these three mechanisms form a near impenetrable psychological fortress. Repression hides the truth. Projection shifts the pain outward. Rationalization gives madness the appearance of meaning. It's a brilliant and terrifying survival strategy, with one devastating cost: total disconnection from reality. Symbols of a repressed reality. Shutter Island isn't just a story. It's a layered psychodrama where every frame and every image is a direct message from the depths of Andrew Ladis's suppressed mind. The truth he so desperately buries constantly breaks through as haunting, obsessive symbols. The most powerful of these symbols is his wife, Dolores. She doesn't appear as a generic ghost. She's always wet, drops of water trailing down her hair and clothes. That detail is no accident. It's a visceral, unshakable memory of finding her body in the lake. Water is the physical evidence of his guilt. Every time she appears, it's a silent accusation his mind refuses to answer. The second major symbol is their children. In his dissociated reality, they aren't dead. They've vanished. That word, vanished, is deeply significant. It implies no violence, no trauma, no pain. just disappearance. His psyche can't face the reality of their drowning, so it replaces it with a metaphor of mystical evaporation. The children appear in fleeting, idyllic visions, ghostly echoes of the happiness he destroyed and the truth he denies. The third symbol is the island itself and its hospital. The endless storm crashing against the rocks, the maze-like hallways, the unreachable lighthouse, all of it is a vast metaphor for his own mind. The island is his consciousness, cut off from the world, sealed in isolation. The hospital is a labyrinth of memory. He's trying to escape it, but always circles back to the same point. And the lighthouse? That's the forbidden core, the place where the worst truth is locked away, the place he's terrified to enter, because deep down, he knows that's where his illusion ends. Together, these symbols form a secondary language, the voice of a fractured mind screaming to be heard, a voice that gets louder and louder with every step across the island, pulling him closer to the inevitable end. The price of awareness. The climax of the psychological journey comes when the walls of self-deception finally collapse. All the clues, all the symbols, all the whispers converge, and Andrew Laïdis has nowhere left to run. He stands face to face with his own unfiltered history. And in that moment, one of the most haunting lines in modern cinema is born. Which would be worse, to live as a monster or to die as a good man? This isn't just a rhetorical question. It's the final barrier his psyche throws up before full awareness. To live as a monster means continuing the illusion of Teddy Daniels, a reality in which he's the victim, not the perpetrator. A life lived in exile from the truth, a comfortable lie. To die as a good man is the opposite, the strength to accept the horror. To admit that he is Andrew Laïdis, the man who, in a moment of blind grief, killed his wife after she drowned their children. This is the ultimate act of accountability. The only form of redemption left, the clarity to see the truth, even if it destroys the identity he so carefully built. And in the final scene when he says, "We gotta get off this island, Chuck," it's not regression. It's not relapse. It's a conscious decision. He is no longer Teddy searching for the truth. He's Andrew, who has found it and chosen not to live with it. His final words before being led away for a lobotomy aren't madness. They're the last act of a free man, choosing to die a good man rather than live on in the torment of his illusion. The story of Andrew Laïdis isn't just a psychological thriller with a twist. It's a profound exploration of guilt, memory, and the mind's survival strategies. It asks us, what unbearable truths have we buried? And what walls have we built to keep them out? Sometimes, the real curse isn't insanity. It's the clarity with which you finally look into the eyes of your darkest truth. And now, the question turns to you. After everything we've uncovered, the question no longer belongs to Andrew Laïdis. It belongs to you. Would you rather live in a beautiful lie, where you're the hero of your own story, or face an ugly truth, no matter how devastating it is? The human mind is the greatest survival machine ever built. It will perform genius-level tricks to protect us from pain. But the price it charges is steep. The loss of who we really are. Shutter Island isn't about a mental hospital. It's about the prison we all build for ourselves. Walls made of fear, bars made of illusion, and a warden who wears your face.
If this video resonated with you, if you're drawn to stories that peel back layers of the human psyche, a like and a comment go a long way to support the channel. Tell us, what film with deep psychological themes should we break down next? Your voice helps YouTube know these conversations matter. That's it for now. But in the next video, we'll explore something just as powerful. What exactly? I'll leave that a secret for now. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This was the 25th frame. See you soon in the world of cinema. Stay connected.